This is the
Miss Click.
Juxtaposition podcast where hitting your mother's G spot in any capacity is not a good thing. Today we have Steven with us.
Yup.
We got Randy.
Hello.
And we got a couple of fucked up topics. But then we're gonna move on to our main topic, which is the best selling video games of the was it sixth generation? So like PS2,
Yes, sir.
Dreamcast, Xbox, shit like that. So should be pretty good once we get there. But you're gonna have to sit tight for some depressing shit for a couple of minutes. So I guess since I opened the show with a literal like Chris Chan thing, we should probably hit on that. So Steve, do you want to lead us with that?
Please, let's provide some context to that drop.
No.
I don't want it. I don't want to talk about this, but we have to.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to talk about it too much either. But Christina Chan, famous for being in Chandler. Yeah, Christina Chandler, famous for being. God,
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. It's Christine.
So famous for being a troll or a victim of trolls more than anything, but Sonic 2.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't too familiar with her before she recently came back into the news. But I did start watching. There's this insane series on YouTube that dives so deep into her history. It's depressing as fuck, so I'm not going to recommend it. But if you are curious, look it up. What's it called, Randy?
Fuck. I didn't know I was gonna have to tell you the title of it. Well, it's a 59-part docuseries, and as far as I know, it's still going. Each episode is like 30 to 45 minutes long.
Shit.
It's insanely robust. But essentially, the reason that she is in the news is for molesting her mother who has dementia. And it's a fucking depressing, sad, sick story that's still developing. So I'm not going to dive any deeper into that. But that gives you a little bit of context and onto why Mitri said that. If anyone wants to take it from here, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I would like to.
Go for it.
So I also don't want to talk about it a whole lot. But so you keep referring to her as her, which is fine. But most people probably don't know that she is a transgender woman. I still say he, just because he apparently said a while back that he was only transitioning to a girl to open his dating pool to lesbians, and he would never consider dating a trans person because they're gross. That's what he said.
Fuck.
So yeah, it can't be stressed enough that he's not right mentally. So I mean, as easy as it is to judge someone that has done the terrible things that he's done, that's what's first in my mind. Like, he's not right. Like, his brain is not like ours. And it hasn't ever been. Like, it's a super, super, super sad, fucked up story. Honestly, he should never have been left like by himself. He's essentially like the caretaker of his mother, which I think is like approaching 90.
I believe.
Okay, yeah, I knew she was older than 80, but younger than 90. But she's really old. She should not be left in his care. He should not be left in his own care. So I don't know who to blame for that, like whose fault that is. But if he was under proper care, this would have never happened. So super, super sad, the whole thing. I did watch the arrest video. Someone actually live streamed it. Whenever he was getting arrested, he was talking about My Little Pony and Sonic to the police officers. Like, couldn't be like more like nonchalant about like the whole like altercation. It was really weird. And that shows like he's like literally not normal. Like, he's never been in a situation like this. So it's really sad. It's sad what happened to his mother. It's really sad that his life turned out the way that it did.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's just a series of failures that led to a tragedy, and it's fucking depressing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm ready to move on
absolutely.
unless you got anything, Dimitri.
yeah. I don't have too much on it, but like there are screenshots of text messages out there. You can easily find them. They're absolutely fucking disgusting. I'm not going
Yes.
to link them in any way on this podcast, but if you are interested in seeing like the full story of this, you can easily find everything online. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about
Yeah.
him. I want to move on very badly.
Yes.
All right. So, next we have Dababy, who was absolutely fucking wiling this week, following up his like homophobic rant on stage at Rolling Loud. So I have the his tweet on screen right now if you're uh viewing on Twitch or YouTube. The baby followed up saying, "I tell fans to put a cell phone light in the air, y'all start a million man march. I told you y'all digested that wrong, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm impressed. Now show this same amount of support when a racist cop kills one of our black ass. You're not." Laughing emoji.
Yeah. So my immediate response is he's fucking tone deaf because we've seen unprecedented protests over the last year and a half against exactly what he's citing: cops killing minorities. People are not fucking taking it anymore, and they are. And it's I guess it's kind of weird for someone, you know, in his mid 30s, a white married straight dude, to weigh in on this, but it sounds like he's comparing the plight of homosexuals in the plight of black people in this country, and it's not like one or the other. Both should be treated with respect. Both should be treated the way we everyone wants to be treated. We're all fucking equals, just trying to get along in this world. So why are you gonna try to change the attention from being a homophobic asshole to what the hell's going on with cops killing minorities? It's disgusting. And again, I don't know if I should be the one saying it, being a straight white dude, but that's my immediate reaction.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. And there's actually another DaBaby thing that he posted. This one was from his Instagram. He says, this one's kind of long, so just bear with me. He says, social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. As a man who has had to make his own way from very difficult circumstances, having people I know publicly working against me, knowing that, fuck, like it's written so badly, bro. Knowing that what I needed was education on these topics and guidance has been challenging. I appreciate the many people who came to me with kindness, who reached out to me privately to offer wisdom, education, and resources. That's what I needed, and it was received. I want to apologize to the LGBTQ plus community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made. Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV, AIDS, and I know education on this is important. Love to all. God bless. So I'm pretty sure his publicist was like, "Bro, you got to fix this." He probably gave him some shit to say, but I don't feel that that was genuine at all.
Well, what happened between the tweet you had up there in the Instagram post? He got dropped from Lollapalooza. He got dropped from Day in Vegas. He got dropped from Governor's Ball. And how many artists that he's recently collaborated with come out and condemn him? It cost him money.
Yeah.
And that may be a cynical take, but that's the difference between the tweet and the Instagram post. Money.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's 100% true. But he's going to make money back in other ways. Like, because one reason why he's even someone that we're talking about, like it or not, is TikTok. TikTok launches careers for these guys. The baby is no different. Like, that's how he got so big. Like, all of his songs were, like, all over TikTok, and he still has songs that are constantly on, like, TikTok trends, and, like it or not, TikTok is a fucking ginormous, like, piece of media right now, and who's on there? predominantly kids, teenagers, 13 to 20-year-olds. So that's who really matters. You know what I mean? Like to artists like this, like the people that are like canceling him or whatever, they probably already weren't listening to him. You know what I mean? Like certainly there's a percentage of his fans that do care and won't listen to him and won't support him anymore. But dude, I see it daily, man. Like I guarantee you that like I'm gonna get on there later and then there's gonna be a Dababy song and then like the comments are gonna be flooded with like I just don't see what he said wrong or whatever. Like again, it's just kids, but I mean if they're listening to it, he's getting money, his label's getting money, they're gonna keep him. Like they would only he would only suffer like real repercussions if his fans left, and his fans are not leaving.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that either. It's frustrating. I
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here condemning him, and I never listened to a fucking song by him
Yeah,
intentionally before.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
yeah,
Yeah, like there's not a gigantic overlap with people that actually care and his fans. Uh, so I don't suspect this to be a news story for much longer. I'm sure that there's going to be some venues that, like you've already said, are going to drop him if they haven't already. But I mean, it's just going to be picked up somewhere else. Like it's just how it works.
Yeah, as soon as he drops his next song, he's right back where he was before all this shit.
He's still on the radio. That's not going to change. Like uh, he brings in views and listens, and that's all that matters to them.
Yep.
man, these first two topics have left me depressed. Can we talk about something else?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, and so with that, the depressing shit is out of the way, and now we're going to talk about or not our top games, but like the top selling games in that generation. So, you got some pretty good fucking games on here, and I'm really excited to talk about them. So, I guess I don't have them in any particular order, so I'm just going to go down the list. So, these aren't in order from like best selling to least selling, they're just top selling at some point. So,
Well,
I,
which wait, do you have the here? Let me send this to you. There is an order we can follow that may be a little more cohesive.
I started at Jet Set and then it's Crazy Taxi, NFL. So like the order that you sent them to me.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
All right.
So we're starting with Jet Set.
Starting with Jet Set Radio for the Dreamcast.
So this game is important to me. I fucking love this game. I played the shit out of it. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to get a Dreamcast when it first came out. Besides the marketing fucking just ruled. It was $99.99 released on September 9th, 1999, and I loved the Genesis before that, so I was the target audience and it fucking worked. And the game actually is fucking awesome. The music's awesome. The art style is fantastic. I don't know. Did either of you play this game?
Or I didn't play
I
this
did not.
one. I played Jet Set Radio Future, the one that came to Xbox. I'm not sure if it's like a sequel or anything. Is it on the Xbox? Is it just like an expanded version? I know the characters are more or less the same.
Yeah, I think it was essentially an enhanced version.
All right.
But
Yeah.
I
So
I didn't have an Xbox, so I can't say for sure, but that's my understanding of it.
yeah. So I guess we could kind of just bundle them together, basically, I guess.
Yeah, I would.
Which I got the original Xbox, and this actually came in the box with my Xbox. It came bundled with I believe it was Project Gotham, I think. But yeah, I played the absolute shit out of this game. It was the only game I had for a while, and I beat it multiple times. I believe I 100%ed it as a kid. But like Steve said, the music in this game is so fucking good. Like it's on par with Persona levels. Like, yep, there's my Persona mention of this show. So, but yeah, the art style. If you were to go back and play that shit now, it still holds up. It could definitely be something that released today. But the like spray paint mechanics, the the grinding, the tricks, like the world, like it's just sick. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, and I know they're working on a spiritual successor because apparently Sega's just sitting on the IP. I think it's going to be called Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I haven't seen anything for a while. I know they wanted to release it this year, but I have a feeling it's going to slip into next year. Just hope that it's still being developed and it's going to happen.
Same. I would probably like get that shit day one just out of pure like nostalgia, just hoping that it's similar to Jet Set because I that game's low key always in the back of my mind. It was definitely like a highlight of my childhood because like I said, it was the first game I got with my Xbox, so absolute
Well,
fucking hit.
I'm probably going to buy it day one as well. But I did that with Mighty Number Nine, which was the Mega Man spiritual successor, and
That
I
was a
regretted
mistake.
it. So, so there's always a chance that could happen with this.
Yeah. But Randy, you got anything to say about it? Or are you good?
I never played it.
All right. So next we got Crazy Taxi. This,
Another Dreamcast game. Well, originally an arcade game, but
mhm.
was ported to Dreamcast and was a fucking staple. I love that game. Um, The Simpsons ended up ripping it off with Road Rage, Simpsons Road Rage, which was an okay game and it did not live up to Crazy Taxi standards. But I'm just happy that a decent Simpsons game was released thanks to Crazy Taxi. Played the ever loving shit out of it. Highly recommend it. Fun game.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played it on a home console. Like every time I played this game, it was in an arcade. Was it any different on the home consoles?
Honestly, don't know. I played it in
Yeah,
the
you didn't have to
arcade.
enter quarters
Oh shit! I was entering quarters,
Bruh.
but
to the disk drive.
the gameplay itself, I think, was pretty much the same. I imagine it ran better on the arcade, but I didn't notice it as a young ass.
I feel you.
I had it on one of my Xbox Ones. I think that it was free 1 month
Hmm.
for like gold subscribers. Uh, that's the only time I ever really played it. I mean, I know I played it like at like movie theaters and shit, but never enough to like develop like a strong opinion on it.
Yeah. It never hit me like that either, but still a good game. Very respectable.
Kelsey loved it. Kelsey loves it.
It's so
It's a good game.
it really is. But all right. Next we got we got
So
NFL 2. What was that?
these games that we're talking about, we don't have sales figures, but the research we're doing, a lot of the Dreamcast games were just like, left off because Dreamcast didn't get any love or respect. So we wanted to throw it in there, talking about sixth generation games. Go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. All right, next we got NFL 2K1. I did not play this at all.
So 2K, before they sold their soul and started fucking being pay to win, actually put out really good sports games, and this was better than Madden of the generation by far. Madden hadn't really shit itself yet either. It will end up doing that in coming generations, but at this time, Madden was still putting out decent games, but 2K was just fucking way better, and this was a good game. I played a lot of this, had a lot of fun with it.
I actually
Randy.
never played 2K1. The only 2K football game that I ever played was 2K5, which is regarded as the best ever, at least by most people. Uh,
Yeah.
so I can't speak on 2K1. I could not imagine it would be any worse than Madden '01, which I did play that. I've played almost every Madden, minus like from I'd say like 95 forward. I've played all of them, and I've played a handful of the like NES and SNES versions, just for shits, not like to actually play them. I was like, I want to experience this. But Yeah, 2K football games were definitely on a different level. The presentation was there, the physics were there, the animations were there, the character models were just different enough that it didn't look like you were just playing Madden. It was it was better. It was way better.
Yeah, it was a better experience overall for sure.
Yeah.
All right, next we got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for, what was it, Xbox? Original Xbox?
Yeah, yeah. So this game was it sold about 1.48 million in the US. Not about exactly 1.48 million in the US. It was seventh best selling game of the Xbox, and I ended up getting it for Steam much later in a Star Wars bundle and played it for a little bit. I did not complete it, but it was a lot of fun. It's probably one of the better Star Wars games. There's a lot of shitty ones out there, but it was a top, seventh best selling on Xbox. A good entry in the Star Wars lore and a good game.
Yeah, I never played this one, but that does make me think about the good actual Star Wars games, which was Battlefront 2, OG Battlefront 2. That shit was so good, bro. Kind of makes me
Yeah.
sad that the
Yeah.
new one is dog shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that I played the Battlefront 2. I don't know if I ever played the Xbox one. Uh, I never really cared about Star Wars honestly as a kid. I didn't watch the movies until 2020, I think. Yeah, I think it was during COVID. I watched them all on Disney Plus. So uh, I respect it though. The only time
yeah,
I played the PS2 game was at one of my parents' friends. They had a PS2 and they had the game. So
Yeah.
yeah. I discovered Star Wars a little bit later. I was not in during COVID, but not during my childhood. And I definitely, like you said, I respect it. It's fucking a very well thought out and deep universe, but it's
yeah,
not something I hold strong in nostalgia.
Same.
yeah.
All right, next we got Final Fantasy X. I am playing this game right now, actually. There's the remasters on Game Pass. So
Mm.
if you, part one and two, so if you haven't played them and have Game Pass, go play these shits. They're insanely good. Final Fantasy, a good bit of the Final Fantasy games hold up very well. So it's a
Yes.
great experience if you haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I agree. So Final Fantasy X is the 10th best-selling game of the generation with 6.6 million. It was a PS2 game, exclusive at the time, and it fucking was obviously very successful and considered one of the best in the Final Fantasy franchise. So definitely highly regarded. I didn't play it at the time, but I have gone back to it since then, and it's a lot of fun. But it's so fucking deep and melodramatic, which is every Final Fantasy game.
Very anime, but their battle system is so good. Final Fantasy has one of the best like turn-based battle systems out there. It's so good.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
have never played a Final Fantasy game.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
Bruh.
yeah, I did try one of them. Damn, maybe it was 7. I don't know. I tried one of them on Game Pass. I think I got through the like the opening cutscene and then closed it and then deleted it. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah, 7 OG doesn't. I did the exact same thing. I didn't delete it, but I got through the first section and I closed it and I haven't played it since. I don't know. It's for some reason the art is just really bad. I mean, I know it's an
well,
old game, but like,
I
there's
like
no.
that. I liked the art. Like it's just I don't know. Like just the feeling it was giving me. Like it didn't suck me in at all.
Yeah,
I'm not super into JRPGs, honestly. So sure, obviously that's kind of a big reason why I've never gone out of my way to play them. I'm sorry about this list. I haven't played like anything that we've talked about so far.
We'll get to something that you've played, bruh. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Yeah,
I will
I'm
say,
blind. Like this
true.
list is blind to me.
um, just to go back to Final Fantasy VII, like it. One of the things that threw me off was, I guess I'm just spoiled to new games, but like there's no voice acting in the game. It's all text based, and I don't like reading, bruh. I just don't.
Yeah.
But I did go back and play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I haven't beat it yet, but I just absolutely had to play it because I found it for $30 and people haven't stopped talking about it since it came out. So it's definitely worth a play. It's much better than the OG, but it kind of leaves some plot holes because like it starts in a weird place. Like I don't know, when me not playing the original, I was definitely lost on a bunch of it just because like I don't know, it's like they expect you to know certain things. Like they expect you to have played the OG or some shit, but I definitely had to research while playing it.
Yeah, I remember when the remake got released and it was a big deal. It was blowing up everywhere, and I grabbed it and I just couldn't play it, and mostly because it requires so much of your attention. I
Mhm.
don't have the time to sit down and play a game like that. That's 100 and something hours. I wish I did, and I will someday, but right now I can't commit to a game like that, so it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to update the stream type or the stream game. I said we were still playing fucking Smash Brothers. But thanks for putting that in the chat, Randy, because I was not looking at that shit. But
Fucking amateurs over here.
yeah,
What's our
bro.
next?
It's crazy because like OBS doesn't allow you to change it when you go live. Like Streamlabs OBS, it lets you change all
Mhm.
that shit in app. So I just have to get used to that with using this. But all right, next game,
Yes, sir.
Mario. What was that Mario Kart Double Dash?
Fuck yeah. Mario Kart Double Dash, ninth best selling game of the generation with 6.88 million. I didn't have a GameCube at the time, but that's one of the first games I went back to, and I fucking love it. It's probably my favorite Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 is really damn good, but Double Dash, I think, it's more fun when you're playing with a shit ton of people, drinking and playing Mario Kart. Fuck yeah, Double Dash.
They brought this to the DS, didn't they? I'm pretty sure
Uh,
they
y-
did.
I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, because I had a Nintendo DS, but believe it or not, I had no games for it at all. I just had a DS. And so like I would take my DS to school and my friend had that game. And with DS you could like do multiplayer with games with people who didn't have the
Yes.
game. Bro,
That was
we
so hard.
we played this shit during class all the fucking time. It was so fucking good. And low key that's the only Mario Kart I remember playing besides like 64. But
Oh,
damn good.
yeah. It is a fucking
Yeah.
awesome game. Good.
Man, I forgot that you could do that on DS. You know, another game that everyone did was the Super Mario Bros. 4DS. Like everybody, like we all played the fucking multiplayer, but I don't know who the fuck had the game. Like, because I never had the game, but
Yeah.
I was always playing with somebody. Like there were so many mini games. There was like the flower where you gotta like take off all the petals and shit. There was like a race down the like the spiraling staircase in Peach's Castle. That was like a very fun era of gaming. I
It
gotta get
was.
another old school DS.
The DS was
Yeah.
ahead of its time with that shit. I have no idea how that fucking worked. Like,
Yeah.
you just simply
Uh,
played a game. We weren't on Wi-Fi either, bro. It was just like I don't
It was
fucking
just
know.
local wireless.
Shit
yeah,
was
it's fucking awesome.
nuts.
Uh, I think I have about 7 DSs in my house. I'll send you one.
What? What the fuck?
I I don't. I just collect them. I don't know how. I know I bought two of them. The rest of them just kind of piled up. So I got you, Rand. I'll send one to you.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
if we
yeah.
can get fucking retro arch to work, we should definitely play this shit on stream. Yeah,
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yes.
I completely forgot to say anything about that. So yeah, Um, this weekend we actually, or last weekend we streamed like our first Just a Position game night. We played Mario Party and Super Smash Bros. It was a great time. If you missed it, you should definitely come through. We'll do it here and there on weekends only because we're like kind of busy during the week and shit. But yeah, we'll definitely play more games. Hopefully we can get fucking the emulators to work properly so we can play some retro games like Double Dash, for example. But yeah, if you're interested in
Yeah.
that, come through on our Twitch.
And if you've been looking for the podcast and wonder why we haven't released one, we've been putting content out there. We've been streaming on Twitch. We've been putting out a couple YouTube only episodes. And the only reason we're doing that is because of the topics, and what we're doing definitely lends itself more to a visual component. And we didn't want to put something out that wasn't complete for the podcast. But this one's definitely going out to the podcast. And if you're looking for more content, check out our YouTube, check out our Twitch. There's plenty of shit out there from us.
Yep. And for the people who listen to audio only, if you're wondering why we're not on Apple Podcasts, we don't know either. But we're trying to get fucking published there, but Apple is shafting us hard. They're just not responding to any of our like inquiries when we ask like where's our show and shit like that. So just hang tight. We'll get there eventually, but till then you can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, all that good shit.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's enough shilling. Um next we got Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty.
Fuck yeah, I love this game. All right, so PS2 exclusive, eighth best-selling game of the generation with 7 million. Fifth for PlayStation 2. I personally love this game. Probably one of my favorite overall game experience. It's probably because of where I was at the time when the game came out, I'm guessing, but I remember playing the ever loving shit out of it. There's a couple um twists in there that I'm not gonna spoil a 20 something year old game for some reason. But I was hooked by that. I loved all the twists. I loved the story itself. And yeah, love this fucking game. Recommend it.
Yeah, don't strangle me virtually or anything, but I've never played a Metal Gear.
You never
Me
played
neither.
any Metal Gear?
I
What the
have
fuck, guys?
I have 5 on Xbox because I believe it hit Game Pass or like the deals with gold or whatever. I do have it, so I just have to play it. But yeah, I've never played a Metal Gear. I respect them though.
I have 5 on my PlayStation 4, which I haven't turned on in about a year, probably. I played probably an hour or so of 5, but other than that, I've never played any of the Metal Gear games. Um, I don't know, man. It was okay. I got to the point, maybe a little bit longer than an hour. I got to the point where you could like recruit people to your base. Do you know what I'm
Mhm.
talking about?
Yeah,
And they would kind of get like sucked up by a drone. Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I do. I know what you're talking about.
It was
So
really jarring. I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm just curious because I feel like Metal Gear Solid 5 in particular does a lot of fan service, a lot of references to older games. You know, it's an aging hero in his story. I'm wondering if that is a factor in your overall enjoyment of it. If it works as a standalone game.
I'm certain that I would be more appreciative if I had played the past ones. The issue is, especially like in whenever you enter like the 3D era of gaming, it's harder for me to go back to the older games, if that makes sense. Like just
No,
the
I
way
get
that
it.
3D games age is obviously way different than 2D games. Like I can go back to 2D games all day because that's still kind of like a really popular thing, especially with indie devs. But
Yeah.
like PS1, PS2 era 3D games, it's kind of hit and miss for me. So I don't know if I could bring myself to go back and play the old school Metal Gears. I liked how the game looked and the controls and the gameplay was there. It's just I've never been a shooter type of guy. So honestly, it was behind from the get go. Like Everything else could be excellent. I'm just not a shooter guy. Like it's just that simple.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I don't really consider it a shooter game, but maybe it is.
Is it more like
Yeah,
stealth?
no, yeah, it reminded me again. This is not the best comparison. It reminded me of like Hitman mixed with like I don't know, fucking the only shooting game I can think of is Call of Duty, but it was nothing like Call of Duty. Like it was a dude in fucking like tactical gear with guns and you shoot people. So that's why I called it a shooter. It's not a shooter first, but I mean you shoot a lot in it. So I would call it a shooter to at least some extent. But I'm not really huge into stealth games either. I was never really
Yeah.
into Hitman. I
Yeah.
tried to, but uh, whatever
Yeah.
genre he is, I'm not fucking with it.
Okay. I understand.
I
And
respect it
like,
though. I want to be
yeah,
clear.
yeah, like the Metal Gear universe is fucking huge, bro. Like that's one of the things that stopped me from getting into it is because there's so much shit you have to catch up on. Like, I don't know if I'm understanding, but like the main character is different. Like, there's different versions of Snake or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
there's what is there like Snake, Solid Snake, fucking who else? Big
Yeah.
Boss.
There is definitely a lot of lore there. I guess I can definitely see that being intimidating to try to get into it for the first time. I think because I kind of came up with it. There's an original Metal Gear that came out for Nintendo, which you can just fucking skip that. But from the first PlayStation on, it's been I've been there all along, so it doesn't seem as daunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a shared universe or like are the games their own experience, kind of like Final Fantasy?
No, it's shared. It's
Fuck.
definitely yeah.
Yeah, you can't really skip them. Like, or are any of the games like considered not canon that you could skip technically?
Uh, I don't think so. Like
Fuck.
the
Filler.
twist,
Yeah.
the twist in Sons of Liberty is a direct reference to the first Metal Gear Solid. Um, so yeah, it definitely it's continued. I don't think there's any that are um like spin-offs like
Filler.
Judgment to Yakuza kind of thing. I think they're all kind of one overarching story.
Damn.
But
I mean, it's
yeah,
that's not a bad thing. It's just I don't really have time to go fuck with a whole series. The My backlog is
yeah,
never ending.
yeah, I get it. If it's not for you, I completely understand. But for me, I fucking love this game.
Right. Next we got Smash Melee.
Never played that either.
Is that new? Uh, so this is the seventh best-selling game of the generation. 7.41 million. Overall, the best-selling for the GameCube, though. Fucking awesome game, obviously. Probably often regarded as the best in the Smash Brother franchise. I fucking love it. I'm terrible. If you watch the stream, you know I'm not good at Smash Brothers, but I still enjoy it. And I think for Smash Brothers, it's an easy pickup, but difficult to master, which is like the sweet spot for any fighting game, and this does it very well.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Smash is technically a children's party game, but
Yeah, it's a
fucking
party game.
yeah, like just us fucking nerds have made it into a science. Like this is a fighting game to us. Like
Yeah.
people still do tournaments on this shit probably as we speak. Like it's
Absolutely.
it's
Yep.
insane. Really fucking good game.
Yeah.
Did you already say the
They
sales figures for it?
Yeah, 7.41 million.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
yeah,
best selling
so
for GameCube. Sorry, go ahead.
you're good. Whenever I was younger, I was super into fighting games. I wasn't very good at them, but as like a 7-year-old, I thought I was. Uh, I played like all of the Dragon Ball Z games, like the Budokai series. Played a few Mortal Kombat's. What else? Tekken. I had a couple Tekken games for PS2 that I loved. But Smash Bros just was different. I mean, it's clearly
is.
very different. But like,
Yeah.
while I played all those other games, I don't know if I ever put in as many hours to any of those that I did on Smash Bros. Maybe the Dragon Ball Z series. Um, but Me Melee is just so good. Like, it aged so well. Like you both just said, they're still doing tournaments on the shit today. Um, it's definitely considered the best uh, Smash Bros. Game. Like, if you're really good at Ultimate or any of the other games, like someone's gonna shit talk you, and be like, okay, well, you can't do that in Melee. Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
it's serious. It's serious out here.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we and
The only
actually,
thing
go ahead.
Sorry, go okay, motherfucker. Okay, so the only thing that really sucks about it to me, and this is just because we're spoiled nowadays by Ultimate, um, the roster is so small.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it is so tiny. But back then it was huge. Like, because
Yeah.
I played the one on Nintendo 64, and then whenever I got the GameCube one, I was like, holy shit, this is like twice the fucking roster, just starting out. And then the like secret unlockable characters. uh, Like, I've never had the same feeling playing a game because, like, 3 different times I thought I had unlocked every character because they don't just say like, "Hey, by the way, you're done." Like, Mr. Game& and Watch, he was a huge like, "Holy shit, I've never heard of this guy." Roy, I think, um, Falco, like, they were, like, really cool challenges to unlock them. I think Falco, you have to, like, do, like, the 100 man, uh, thing where you have to, like, kill, like, 100 CPUs and not die even one time. Uh So there were so many cool challenges on there, but now on Ultimate, it's like, "Oh, you don't like this character? Well, there's 762 others to choose from, so you're fucking good, dude."
Yeah, and like we tried to get this shit to work for the stream this weekend, but we just couldn't. Like it's
We'll get
just
it. We'll get it to work.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so if our next stream, if we focus on it, it could possibly be Melee. So if you're listening to this on the day that we upload it and it's not like the weekend yet, check the Twitch. We might be playing this shit or Double Dash. So
Or if you're listening to this like 2 years from now, we're probably playing it right now. Go check.
yeah, if we're not playing it right now, there's definitely a video of us playing this shit.
Yes.
All right. Next, we got GTA Vice City. Boy, I cannot fucking wait to talk about this shit. Um, this
All right.
was
So let me hit the sales
okay.
figures real quick.
Okay.
9.61 million sold for the PS2, 8.2 million in the US. And that makes it the Jesus, where is it on the list? It's not even
6.
it's not even top 10 for the PS2 itself. God damn. That can't be right. But it
No,
overall for
that's
yeah,
incorrect 'cause,
that is it correct.
yeah.
Yeah, so that would put I'm sorry, that would put it fifth for the PS2. Um, but yeah, six overall for the console that generation.
Yeah. Either
Good.
way, that shit is iconic. Like this was I'm trying to research it right now, but I think it was either this one or GTA 3 that was like the first to hit OG Xbox, which like I said earlier, that was my first console and I've always wanted to play GTA. I just never had a PS2.
So it was a double pack, and
Ah,
which the double pack was the sixth best selling for the Xbox overall. They released them together. And I actually just bought that for my retro collection. I bought the double pack. So it's
I
fucking
remember seeing that in
awesome.
Walmart.
yep.
Yeah.
That was so cool to see that in Walmart.
Yeah, and Vice City was it wasn't my first GTA. It was the first one that I owned myself. Bro, I thought I was such a fucking gamer. Like, I didn't have a headset yet. And this was back when TVs had like the fucking 3.5 millimeter jack in front of the TV, like next to the RCA cables. Bro,
And he had a fancy one.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't have that.
I didn't even have like an actual headset. So I just had these shitty little in-ear headphones. Boy, I plugged them shits in, put my
You were
headphones in.
sitting right here next
Yes,
to the
bro. I
fucking TV.
was kissing that bitch. Played Vice City for hours, bro. And it was so controversial because like I was like 8 or 9 when I was playing this
Yeah.
shit. Bro, my mom
Too
was
fucking young.
pissed. She was like, "Who bought you that?" I was like, "I don't know," but I'm playing it now. They were pissed.
So that this game, I played the ever loving shit out of it. It's probably from a nostalgic purpose, it's the GTA I hold highest. Does not age well, does not play well now if you try. But at the time, it was so fucking groundbreaking. And I was a fucking movie nerd at the same time. So like half the movie is Carlito, or half the game is an homage to Carlito's Way, and half of it is an homage to Scarface. And I'm sitting there like elbowing my friends, like, "Hey, that's Carlito's Way." They didn't give a fuck. I was just a nerd. But I enjoyed the hell out of the fact that it was playing. It was playing on that, so it was fucking awesome. Love this game. Can't play it today, but I wish I could. I want a remake, or I want a revisit to Vice City. I want the next GTA to be back in Miami because that shit was
I
awesome.
I think that's like what's supposed to happen. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I mean that's at least been the rumor for like a literal decade.
Yeah,
Is that
I,
Six is
it
supposed to revisit?
it makes sense, right? Because they went back to New York, they went back to LA. Now it's time to go back to Miami. But I have not seen anything to confirm it. Just people
Yeah,
speculating.
yeah. It would be
I
sick to go
sure
back
hope
to
so.
Vice City because like there's not many good like Miami type games. Like Vice City just did the environment so fucking well. Like they had like the music, like they had
The
Scarface's
lights,
mansion basically. Yeah, the lights, the
Yeah.
cars. It was just
Oh yeah.
it was just a really
the
fucking good
music,
game.
man.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Yes.
Uh, Steve, you'll probably be the one to answer this. There was, I think it was a Michael Jackson song that was on the radio, and it would play fairly often. It was my favorite song when they're like, I would just change the station until I could find that song. Now I've got to look up
I
the
I,
Vice City.
I want to say it's I always feel like somebody's watching me by Rockwell, which has Michael doing the chorus. But I don't know. I don't remember an actual Michael Jackson song on there. I was always on the fucking talk radio because that shit made
Yeah.
me laugh. But the actual 80s music, I can fuck with that. It was good.
So
Yeah.
so Billie Jean was in Grand Theft Auto. So the digital release of Vice City is missing all of Michael Jackson's songs, but
Oh,
Billie Jean is definitely not the song that I was talking about. Maybe it was not a Michael Jackson song, but there was a song on there, somebody that I was addicted to.
There's one that I always think of when I think of Vice City, and it's I don't know if it's called "She's on Fire," but that's what they said a lot in the song, and I fucked with it as a child.
there is a song that has that in the chorus. I remember the commercial, and it was Flock of Seagulls Iran, and they played that shit all the time on TV. I don't know why, because everyone was fucking buying it. Everyone was talking about the game and didn't need commercials, but that shit got played to death. It was great though.
Hell yeah! Right. Next we have Halo 2 for the OG Xbox.
So 8 million sold, best selling for Xbox, and fifth overall for the generation. So we're gonna be talking about PS2 games next.
Yep, we got oh fuck, what's coming up? Okay. All right. Yeah, Halo 2. Um I played it really late. I got Halo 2 right as Halo 3 was coming out, like literally the day before Halo 3 came out. I got a Halo 2 cuz I didn't have a 360. I was a little broke bitch. But dude, this was my middle school like 7th, 8th grade shit. Like this was all I played. Like I didn't have internet, didn't have a 360, so it was just single player Halo 2 for me. Beat that shit
uh,
countless times. Like whenever my friends came over, we played Halo 2 split screen campaign for the whole weekend. It was just really fucking good.
Yeah. I didn't have an Xbox, but I would go over to my friend's house. He had it, and he always wanted to play Halo just to whoop my ass. I'm sure it was both Halo 1 and Halo 2. I tried my damnedest, but was not great at it. It was fun, though. We just fucking around. But yeah, I didn't have an Xbox, so I don't have a ton to say about it. Obviously, respect it. It's the franchise for Xbox. It's always Halo. I do have the collector's edition they released for Steam, so I'll get back to it and get my ass kicked again pretty soon.
Yeah, and I think they have I know at launch they had the online for literally all of them. So and they're remastered as well, so it won't look that shitty if you go back to it. So if you ever get the chance, I definitely recommend because Halo 2 has some iconic maps, iconic guns. It's a great experience.
Yeah, we can do it for the stream. You guys can kick my ass on a different game.
Dude, okay, yeah, it's on Game Pass, but it's a hefty ass game. It's like 100 plus gigs, so yeah, she's thick.
Yeah, she is.
But all right, next we got Gran Turismo 4, the real driving simulator.
10.06 million shipped. Fourth best overall for PS2 and fourth for the console, or for that generation, I should say.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say about Gran Turismo. I remember playing them. I don't know which one I played, but I remember it being real racing and I didn't like it. I wanted to play Need for Speed Underground.
I played it. I was not really good at it. I enjoyed it, but I'd get frustrated. It always had a pretty decent soundtrack as well, which is something you don't think about until you start playing a racing game. You need a good soundtrack. You need a deep soundtrack because you're just going to be hearing the same fucking songs over and over and over again. But Grant, did you say you played Gran Turismo?
Yes, not too much, but we definitely played it. As a younger child, I definitely liked Need for Speed more, but I did play Gran Turismo. It was mostly my cousin that would play it because he was the older one and it was his game. I mostly only liked playing it because so how we would do it is like we would race each other, my cousin and I, and then the winner gets to like pick the loser's next car, or no, maybe it was the loser gets to pick the winner's next car. And one of the slowest cars in the game was a NASCAR stock car, and I would always make my cousin pick that car, and then I would pick some fucking hyper car, and of course obliterate him. So that's my main memory with the PS2 era Gran Turismo games.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
definitely.
by the way,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. So I did find the song. I think that this is the song that I was obsessed with. It's "Keep Feeling Fascination" by the Human League.
You thought that was a
No, I
Michael
didn't.
Jackson?
No, I didn't think that was a Michael Jackson song. No, I didn't think it was a Michael Jackson song. I just for some reason had Michael Jackson in my head. I knew I was obsessed. And by the way, he also had another song. Michael Jackson did. I just saw it. He had at least two songs in
Yeah.
Vice City.
Yeah,
But I
Human
think,
League. Go ahead.
yeah. Sorry, I think that is the song that I was obsessed with. The fucking the not the lyrics, but the music part. Like so good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're a synth pop band. They're all about the music, the feeling, not the lyrics. Fuck the lyrics. Lyrics don't matter. But
Yeah.
I only know their one hit, the "Don't You Want Me" song. That shit, I can't stand it. It is not for me.
Oh, dude, listen to "Keep Feeling Fascination." Excellent.
I'll check it out.
All right. Next, we got GTA 3. What are them
Oh
figures
yeah.
like?
14.5 million sold.
Sheesh.
Yeah, third best for PS2 and third best for the generation. Fucking fantastic game. Um, Changed gaming because it was the first big open world game. And I didn't know a single person that didn't have it at the time. That game was everywhere. I remember the GTA 1 and 2. GTA 2 is in London. GTA 1 is in like some make believe city, but it's a top down game. It
Bird's
is
eye view,
not
yeah.
Yeah, it is nothing like GTA 3 or any of the subsequent Grand Theft Auto games. Great game. Doesn't hold up as well because we're kind of spoiled with current generation controls and graphics, but very important game at the time.
Yeah, this was actually the first GTA I played like I said, I didn't have a PS2, so whenever I went to, for some reason, my grandmother had a PS2 and they had GTA 3. So whenever I went over there after
Hmm.
school, I would play it, and I beat it just by visiting her house. I don't know how nobody ever played over my save data, but I was able to complete it. And like you said, game looks like absolute shit now. But back then, bro, like the vehicle damage, like the gunshots, like it just looked so good at the time. But if you go back now, it's terrible. And all I can
Yeah.
remember
So
doing, wait, go ahead.
okay, so I will interrupt about the top down. There was another GTA game that was top down after 3 and Vice City. It was a
Yep.
DS game.
Hmm.
Yeah, Chinatown Wars, which is now available on the iPhone App Store. But yeah, I just had to
I
fucking
appreciate the correction. Yeah, I completely. Didn't play a lot of DS until much later, and I did not pick up Chinatown Wars, but I did know it existed. So thank you.
it has a really cool mini game, or I guess you'd call it a mini game. I only played it a handful of times because I never owned it, but my friends did. So whenever you steal a car, you have to hotwire it, and the bottom screen is where you like hotwire the car. So you have to do that every time. It's pretty cool. But
That is cool.
uh, yeah, GTA 3. I never beat it. I played it a lot though as a young child. I remember so vividly what the beginning of the game looks like because one of the times whenever I owned it, I didn't have a memory card, so I had to restart the game every time I played it.
Yes. I can repeat
And you're
word
on
for
that
word.
bridge. Yes.
Fucking, you gotta
Yeah.
drive because my hands are all messed up. Fucking
Yeah.
bandaged
Yeah.
hand,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, GTA 3 was pretty cool. We haven't
Okay.
gotten to the one that was the big dog for me at least.
Same.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah. And it was actually crazy because like actually I'll hold this for when we get to that GTA, so I'll wait on that. But um actually one thing about GTA 3, if you get it on PC, there are mods for it that enable multiplayer. So that's pretty fucking cool. It looks like absolute shit, but you can play multiplayer in it. We might have to try that out at some point if we can get it working.
Yeah, we could do
Yeah,
that.
I'm down. I'm down.
All right, next game, Gran Turismo 3 A spec. Never played this one
Yeah,
either.
14.89 million shipped. Second for the generation and for PS2. I don't think we're going to say too much about it because it's pretty much Gran Turismo 4. We're going to have the same feeling about it. I will say this game was shipped bundled with a lot of the PS2, so I'm
Thank you.
guessing that it probably inflated the numbers quite a bit, but
Exactly what I was
it's
going to say.
yep, it's a fun game. If you want realistic racing, I would probably play Gran Turismo 4 over this between the two, but it's a cool game.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad to not see like any of the Need for Speeds on here, bro. Like Underground 2 and Underground 1 were like iconic. I want to say more so than these, but I don't know for sure. I don't have the numbers for them, but it does make me sad they're
Um,
not here.
well, Gran Turismo is it's Sony developed, so
They were pushing that
I
way
would
harder probably.
yeah, it was basically given away with the console as an incentive to buy it.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
sad. If you haven't played Underground, fucking what are you doing? Best racing arcade racing games probably to date, bro. Like it may be corny if you go back to it now because it's all fucking like body kits and neon and fucking Fast and Furious inspired
Tribal.
area.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
But yeah, if I had easy access to it, I would go play that shit right fucking now. But
Is
I
it not part of Game Pass?
what Underground? I
No.
don't think so.
Is it Most
No.
Wanted? They definitely have some Need for Speed on
Yeah,
there. I can't remember which one.
they have Need for Speed Payback on there.
Okay,
That's
all right.
one
Yeah,
of the newer ones.
Underground 2 was the PS2 and GameCube era. I had it for
Yeah,
GameCube. I think I had it for PS2 as well, but I remember more fondly on GameCube.
Yeah, it was so fucking good. And actually, it came out on OG Xbox as well, and that shit actually broke my Xbox. Like that, I was playing it, and then I turned it off to go to bed one night. Next morning, it wouldn't turn on. I don't know if the game broke it or the console just shitted, but I cried. But alright, next we got GTA San Andreas. I'm pretty sure that's all of our favorites.
Yeah. So let me just get the numbers out. 17.3 million, obviously best selling for the PlayStation 2 and best selling for the generation. As of 2011, 27.5 million sold. So that's fucking insane.
Holy shit.
For PC, Xbox, in general sold. And that number is already 10 years old, so I have no idea what it is right now. But fucking awesome game. I'll let you guys go because I know you both want to talk about it.
All right. I'll just start.
I want to go first really quick.
Okay, go.
Damn it, dude.
Go.
No, I'm sorry. The lag is excruciating, man. It's just enough to make everything I say interrupt everybody. So I was only going to mention the numbers. I wonder if that is including the App Store purchases, because it is available in full on iOS devices. Demetrius, you recently played it on your iPad, did you not?
Yep. I bought it and beat it just to see like if it held up in like a mobile format. And that shit is really fucking good on the iPad, bro. Like I beat that shit.
Did you use touch controls?
Yes, the whole time. No cheats.
Oh wow,
or
I would have used that.
Yeah, no cheats, just pure fucking San Andreas, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I had to say. You can go ahead.
Awesome game, fantastic. Best of that generation, arguably up there for best of in the franchise. So many elements that we take for granted now that just expected in an open world were developed by GTA San Andreas. Cannot fucking stand the opening mission where you just have to follow the train. I can't fucking do it. I hate that mission.
That's not the opening mission, is it not?
No. It's early. It's not open.
Yeah. That's like in the first third of the game, I'd say.
Yeah, I just hated it so much.
That's actually
all you had to do was follow the damn train.
That was actually one of like the gaming's like hardest missions or some shit like that. Like I always beat it really easily, probably because I was a little cheating bastard and I had infinite health, infinite ammo, all the weapons at the very start. So, but yeah, what I was gonna say earlier when we were talking about GTA 3, there's a fucking mission, bro, in San Andreas where what's his name? Claude was in San Andreas. Like he was like you were doing like a racing mission.
It was a race in the woods or something. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that shit was so crazy to me, bro. Like seeing that man in San Andreas. But like, I have this trend in my life where my Xbox is fucking broke as a child. All right, so I had this game, or no, my Xbox didn't break with this one. So I was playing San Andreas, and then like I don't remember what the fuck happened, but I lost the disc. Pissed. I didn't even beat it yet, bro. And so like I went months without playing this. Like it was during the summer, so I had no school and I didn't have my favorite fucking game to play. And so I managed to get my mom to buy me another one. It was it was the day before school started back, and I finally beat the fucking game, bro. Beat the game, was getting ready for school that night, and I don't know what made me think of this shit, but we had this bookshelf with like all of our DVDs and like movies and shit on it. Bro, I was just opening each case just to be nosy, I guess. And bro, I found my lost fucking copy of San Andreas in a fucking Dave Chappelle stand-up comedy DVD case. I don't know how it ended up there, bro, but like I was so pissed off.
That's you know what, that stand-up is probably fucking awesome because I remember that era. I mean, Chappelle's great now, but that era was fucking awesome for his stand-up. So you know, it was worth it. Do you guys remember the hot coffee mod?
Yes.
So
Absolutely. Where you
Yeah.
be fucking?
Yep. With the button inputs.
I remember like being on, it was on CNN headline news, like, can you believe they're fucking selling this to your kids?
Yeah.
And if you actually got the fucking mod to work, he's fully clothed. Like, she's naked, but it's pixelated pointy titties. Like, it's so
Polygon
fucking
titties.
stupid. Yeah,
Still
you're right,
came.
Polygon.
Still came.
It still counts. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I remember that shit being so controversial, and I think I was mad when I tried fucking the girlfriend and I couldn't do it. I was pissed, legitimately, because they marketed it or not marketed it, but reported it as it being included. Bro, do you know how fucking mad I was as a
That's why I bought the game.
yeah, a horny 11-year-old, bro. I was pissed.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
You want to come into my place for some coffee? Absolutely.
Every time.
Yes.
If I couldn't fuck at the house, you best believe when I picked that bitch up, we were going to park behind the fucking burger shot to get the fucking car to like to shake, bro.
My PP is hard. That's what fucked up this generation, bro.
It did, bro. I was trying to maneuver the camera to look inside the car, and when you finally managed to do
you were
it,
only nice to her. You were only nice to her for that. You spent hours to raise a relationship. Like, you had to meet her. You had to like wear the clothes and get the fitness that she liked. Like, you were in the gym for that. Like,
yeah,
you spent hours.
Bro, GTA
get there.
San Andreas was a fucking RPG, bro. You had stamina bar, like muscle bar, health bar, like
Yes.
speed, fucking whatever, bro. Like, you could go to the gym,
And then
work out, and get actually swole. Like,
and then in GTA 4 they said no.
Yeah.
Bro,
They removed every bit of it.
Bro, I remember.
I don't understand why.
I remember in San Andreas, I left my game on by accident. Like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but when I returned,
skinny as fuck?
Yeah, bro, CJ, he was a fucking stick, and he would vomit constantly because he was hungry. This shit was crazy. Oh, and you can't forget about the soundtrack, bro. You cannot forget about the soundtrack. GTA or San Andreas actually had one of the best fucking like talk show like stations. Like, they had fucking Laszlo on it. He's in GTA 5 now, like as an actual person. That shit's insane to me.
He was in Vice City as well. You had to help get Love Fist to Laszlo for an interview. That was one of the missions.
That's crazy.
The talk shows on all of GTA games are so fucking incredible. Like, I was just replaying GTA 5 a few days ago. It's so hilarious. Like, it's so hilarious how current that the satire still is, like, regarding politics and stuff. Like, it doesn't age. It's really fucked up, but it's the best part. Like, all of the parodies, like the Facebook. What is the Facebook called in GTA 5?
I think Life Invader.
Life Invader?
Yeah,
Life Invader. Like, all of that shit is just so fucking funny to me. It's so on the nose, but it still works.
Yeah, it does.
And like,
yeah, man.
I think San Andreas was the first one to have legit multiplayer. Like, it wasn't online or anything, but they had the little multiplayer like nodes you could go in, hook in a second controller, and you could play with like your friend or whatever. That shit was so fucking fun,
dude.
Like,
it would give you a random NPC to play as. Like, you could choose like an NPC character model. That was so fucking fun. Like, I'm glad that they did it like this, but it did limit you. It wasn't split screen. You shared the same screen as player one.
Yeah.
So like, if you ran off, or like if player one wanted to go left, but you wanted to go right, fucking bad. Like, you are going left.
You were on an invisible leash.
Yeah, but it was fun as shit. We spent so many hours doing that.
Yeah, and it wasn't like marked on the map or anything either. It was just like a hidden little
You had to find it.
icon. Yeah, there were only like 3 or 4 of them, and like you just had to come up on it. That shit was insane for the time, especially for like a open world GTA. Like, insane.
Again, removed it for GTA 4.
Yep.
Well, then they replaced it with actual online, which GTA 4 had great fucking online, bro. or it got better when they released the Ballad of Gay Tony expansion, because you had different
Yeah.
cars, NPCs, weapons, and shit. But it was GTA 4 had really good multiplayer.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it especially during that era, at least I didn't even have the internet, so that meant shit all to me. Like I wanted
Same.
couch co-op, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But that's all the games we had. Did we have anything else we wanted to talk about?
no, I'm good.
Randy, you
What you
good?
guys got?
no, I'm good. We are hopefully going to get some football stuff taken care of later today, depending on what time I get home. But I
Yeah.
think I'm good on the games.
Yeah, and so for football, it's going to show up in your stream. You'll see Just a Position Football Podcast. We're going to keep it as a separate show, but same. You'll find it the same way you find this show. So keep an eye out for that.
For sure. And in the future, we're probably going to try to tackle more sports, just depending on the season or whatever, if there's shit to talk about. So if you're into the sports side of Just a Position, then stay tuned. I probably won't be a part of it because sports aren't my thing at all. But yeah, Steve and Randy will be on top of that shit for sure.
Oh, we definitely want you involved. I mean, even if you're just picking by the uniform,
I'm
what
down.
colors you
Yeah,
like
man.
better.
I'm
Yeah.
down. I will talk about some hockey though. I know a fair bit about hockey if y'all give a fuck.
The
Um,
nature of sports, you will get a lot of them right just by picking like your favorite logo. Like
yeah,
you're probably gonna get about like 30 to 40% right, like just off of that, honestly.
So if they
yeah,
have a
and
cool logo, they win.
Yeah,
well,
if that's how you want to vote.
you got a 50% chance of getting it right. So
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but we're hoping to do fantasy football. We're hoping to do weekly pick'ems. We want you guys involved, so please keep a lookout for that. Always visit justpositionpodcast.com to keep up with that shit. We have a page just for right now. It says football, but it'll probably evolve into sports as we move along and the show grows. So keep up to date with that.
For sure. And so oh, I guess we could just plug our stream again. So like I said earlier in the show, if you want to see us play like retro games or any other kind of like party games or whatever, definitely check out the Twitch on weekends. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Just keep an eye out. We do be gaming sometimes.
We
Um,
do be.
but all right, I'm not gonna drag it on any longer. We're right at an hour and 30 minutes. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. This has been Just a Position. We look forward to seeing you in the next stream. YouTube, leave fucking comments, share with your friends. If you hate us, love us, tell us. Um, yeah, with that, we are going to head out. Have a good one.
All right. Later.